Greetings, our most fundamental elements and assets of nature, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again. I'm having my co-host. This is my co-host, second co-host. As you know that Young Papi is a first co-host. This is my second one, and I'm having our project officer, Mr. Oarabile, Mosweu. SRC. The thanks God for the SRC's home. I'm having my ghost there, and I'm having my cameraman, Mr. CC. Yes, we know it. Yeah, when you find a boyfriend going around campus, just look for Mr. CC. You find him.
He's very tall and black.
Yeah. Yes.
You're already joking. What?
The SRC.
You see now the SRC presence.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Mosweu.
Yeah, so my brother.
Tell us, like, when did you start to attend high school and where you come from?
So my brother, hi everyone, my name is Oarabile Mosweu. I'm from a rural village in Northwest, town specifically called Mosweu. Not that Mosweu when you go to Khanyesa, that side, not that one, the one of Town.
Oh.
So I did my, starting from primary, I started my primary in Mosweu Primary School, and that was late 10. Yeah, and I also went to our high school in Molenema Secondary School. My brother.
Maybe we started this one.
The chair is hot.
The
chair is hot.
Okay, so during those days, like, what influenced you to be like focused on politics and all? What influenced you to have an interest in politics?
Okay, I think I learned to be more independent, let me just more independent at a young age, because I was that person who will go with younger people than me, because I was always the oldest amongst them, and I was raised by a single parent, my mother, by the way. So my father was never there for me, but I did knew him, I think, for a year. Then afterward, I don't know what happened, but he did pass away. So I believe that my mom has done a lot of things for me, and hence I was somehow motivated as to she's just a single parent, but whatever she's doing, I appreciate that. Hence I will I always believe in her. So I think she somehow inspired me to assist certain people from the primary that I went to. I've been in the different leadership position, including courses also. I was in courses, I was running in courses in that time when I was in high school. And from primary, being class reps, doing debate, being chairperson or the leader of debate and so on. I think those are some of the things that inspired me, because my mom definitely, she is the person I will specifically say that she somehow encouraged me to become a leader, because I believe that a leader is someone who assists people, someone who inspire and motivate other people.
Okay, so like I hear you that you were inspired by becoming the chairperson of the debate team, the RCL, and in the school times. Like I want to know, like, by that time, how was the life experience around you?
Yeah, one thing I will say, my brother, I think where I grew up, many people, or let me just say some people, were not that interested in the leadership position and so on, because rural schools, you cannot compare them to some private school or well-advanced school where this thing of leadership is taken so seriously. So I think, but somehow I did inspire many people, because I've seen from those people I was with in high school, most of them are excelling, like in certain leadership position, and those were the people I was close with, not only about politics, but also schoolwork, we were a we were a team when it comes to studying and whatnot, and we know we have time for this and this. Now I was that person that the teacher will say, this boy is naughty, but deep down I'm not that kind of the person. I'm just stating fact and tell why wrong is wrong. I say wrong is wrong. I won't say wrong is right. Yeah.
So, like, now I want to know, not from the school background,
Okay.
but from the household background, growing around a single parent, and like, I want to know how was the situation in that kind of area or environment.
And before we get to that, we've had like quite a similar situation with Balcony, where he was faced with one mother, also with Oarabile. Like, shout out to your mom, like mom.
Okay, yeah. In a perspective, or let me just say, in the family where I came from, usually my mother has been a domestic worker for a long time now. By that time, I used to meet her usually during the holidays, let me just say recesses and everything, because I was staying with my grandfather. I think my grandmother died when I was young. I think I was 1 year. Yeah, I was 1 year. Yeah, I think so. When she passed on, so I was with my grandfather, and ke ne le ngwana o sta utumana I was not that kind of a person who leng gore ke ne rata school too much. Yes, there was school, mara ke ne le more interested in advocating, for a certain people. When I see gore I know, but here we are not being treated right, because some of our teachers, my brother, those teachers, some of them, I don't know, maybe there's the regulation of higher, let me just say higher education regulation were not that strict as compared to today, where a teacher cannot beat a child. Those people were beating us because they were the one who somehow contributed to me not wanting to go back to school. But my grandfather, the one I was staying with, because my mom was working in Joburg as a domestic worker, so he was the one, my grandfather. He also passed on, but I was old when he passed, because I did know him. I had a relationship with him. So that thing is one of the things that somehow inspired me in a family, because most of my sisters were staying with my aunt or my relatives, and they were studying there. I was the only guy studying in town, specifically Moroccan, the place I'm talking about. I was the only one with my grandfather. My aunt, my uncle, they were all working, so I was the only person there. I have to cook for my grandfather. I have to ensure that his laundry is clean, because he was also working by that time. He was working, but he was someone who deals with what is this, the welding. Someone who's doing welding and all of that stuff. But he somehow ensured that I always have a meal when I go to school. Even my mother always sending money. So I think I took that step and stayed there looking after a house. So that thing itself is something that is big, man. It's something that is big. Everything is on is on you, because everything is on your shoulder. You have to ensure that the house is clean, everything is fine, something like that. So from a young age, my brother, I was like that. I think those are some of the things that somehow encouraged me to be a strongest person I am today.
Last year, first year, like when I saw you, like I would see you there in front of the strike, like leading the strike, but it was hectic. So, like, how influential were you back then, high school, and now? How do you compare? How influential were you politically?
Okay. Starting from high school, I think like I've said, my influence is somehow have exposed itself, because I have just said that there are people so far that I'm seeing who are being more engaged in the leadership programs in different institutions. I'm not only talking specifically about SPU, I'm also talking about other universities and colleges, because we went from different universities or school higher education. We went to the different tertiaries. So seeing them on social medias and everywhere, seeing them excelling and doing all those stuff, I'm feeling like somehow I have assisted and contributed. But it's not about one person contributing. I have also learned a lot from them, because it was a situation of more sharing each other's ideas and moving with one thing that we can know everyone is going to benefit from that. And just to mention a few, I've been with, I think there are two students from SPU who I was with in the high school, and most of them can tell, both of them can tell you what the kind of the person is. This guy, how was he in high school? They will somehow attest. Maybe it's not something maybe that I'm just bringing because you guys were not there. You don't know about my high school things. So yeah, I was that person.
You know, like,
Okay.
Listen to you very carefully. I hear you speaking like you're the one who was supposed to take care of the household when the grandfather was there. Do you know, like, co-host, some of the stuff they start to develop like in those kind of situations whereby you are left by the house and now you must become the leader of the house. The responsibility is on your shoulders. So coming back that, I also think that that's where the skill or the leadership inside of you that was hidden. Erupted by the time where, hey, you can do these things in business, you can lead, and whereby he said that in high school he used to advocate for other students, not the students but learners. So it shows that that's where his leadership started. Ghost, do you have something to ask?
Yeah, since you mentioned that you've been a trouble man ever since growing up, have you ever been in prison or jail?
No, my friend.
Maybe we are talking to a gang member.
We don't know. When I'm talking about naughty, I'm saying being naughty, but not that naughty.
Or like any other child.
Yeah.
You form strikes at school.
Countless of them.
Because even that, if it's illegal, it can land you in jail. You'll be like, okay, you are held responsible.
No, I did not lead, but I somehow participated. Because I also went, I'm sorry I forgot to mention this, I also went to Swaziland before I could go in Molelema, the place I was talking about, where I was doing I think my grade 9 up until matric. I went to Swaziland when I went to do grade 8. Grade 8, I stayed there, did my grade 8 and passed. And then I went to grade 9, but I somehow failed. That's when I had to come back home because I saw things were not right there. So Swaziland is where my brother, where I was a naughty guy. I'm sorry I didn't mention. I just said I was a naughty guy in school, but I did not specify which school. I was in Ipelreg secondary school. By that time.
So like by this time, whereby you studied around like during your high school journey, what did you participate? Like which sport did you participate in?
In high school, my brother, I was participating in soccer. I was loving soccer because my father used to play football, so I loved soccer. But then when I came to SPU, I somehow joined athletics. I was just interested with athletics, running specifically, and all of a sudden, I think it took me just a year or two to become one of the best athletes in Sokoplaki University. But then again, we know how SRC is, it takes a lot of your work because you have to focus on your studies and assisting students with their crisis. So I somehow left the athletics. I only left the athletics, I think, last year after I got in office in SRC.
So like How many medals did you manage?
You a lot, my brother. A lot. And
Bunch
there are
of
many.
them.
Just ask any. Not let me not just say any student, but students who were there by the time I was doing athletic. You can ask many of them, or you can even go to my Facebook account and maybe check on the photos.
Yeah, I saw it.
See,
Yeah.
I was somehow. I got many medals. They are still with me, just that they are at home there. Yeah.
So how many girls did you get?
Ah. I'm not that kind of a person.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like host, I don't think
Let's talk about like how
Again,
you
not
manage time.
girls. Yeah.
Again,
Just
no.
say, again, not girls.
Okay.
How you manage time? You being an SRC comes with like huge responsibilities. So you have to manage your time very well, like in Jolo, academics, you know, and other personal stuff. Like how do you manage that?
My brother, it's not easy. To be honest, everyone do think that it's easy, but
So you actually that you are managing Jolo and others.
No, I Mujolo. There's no one who manages Mujolo. Mujolo is difficult, but yeah, I'm coping, my brother. And then I do have my own. Let me just say a timetable as to what time will I do this, what time will I do this, and I also have a diary so that I keep the dates and what. So usually we don't attend like the whole day. Maybe in let me just say Monday I might attend only 2 classes or 1 classes, and if I know there is no assessment that I need to do, I will just revise things we did from the lecture, and then I focus on the other things, SRC things or whatever what is there by that time. So that's how. It's not simple, I'll be honest with you, but we are somehow trying, because I've been doing it since from primary, or let me just say high school. I've been managing both my schoolwork and
leadership.
Yeah, leadership.
Like-
so, in a university, it's more easier as compared to high school. That's what I would say, because in high school you have to go to school like Monday to Friday, and like if you are there from 8 o'clock, you'll be out 2 or 3 o'clock. So it was more difficult. So here in university, sometimes even you don't have a class. Like, okay, today I don't have class at all. I'm not doing anything. Let me check it. Yeah, you see.
Like I feel like we jumped like some of the stuff quickly, and then we went to touch on the SRC stuff.
Yes.
Like I still want us to, but it's fine. The podcast is always not scripted. So like I want to know like the first year experience before we can partake into everything, like into this institution. Like I want to know the first year experience when was that?
Okay. It was on 2017. That's the first day when I came here. And to be honest, because I came with the mentality of being a leader, but I did not somehow know the content of being a leadership or what is a leader. And definitely I was somehow inspired by many people who were there in the leadership position by that time. It's 2017. I can't recall, but I think by that time we had, I think the president of the SRC by that time, it was Tato Kiseki. I stand to be corrected. I'm just thinking of who was that person by that time. So when I came as a first year, I was involved in many things. Yeah, that's where I started. I knew it, or you won't get anywhere, or let me just say, you won't get where you want to go without somehow being involved in the daily activities of the universities, not only academics, but also different sports, engage in different sports, see things, learn things. I was that person who came here from a rural area coming to a university for the first time, but I was not as scared to get involved in the activities of the university. So there was a program that we attended with some of the people who were former SRC members, the likes of Abu Takani. We have the likes of Makutu, and many more. Many of those people, they somehow became SRC members They somehow became SRC. We were attending this program called Emerging Student Leadership Program. Emerging Student Leadership Program. I think that program by that time it was Mr. Jerome September, who is the Dean of Student. I think who is the Dean of Student Advanced currently. He's the Dean of Student Advanced. So it was his program. It was his program. So I attended that thing on my first year. I also applied for things like peer educators. I also applied on my first year. I applied for peer educators, and the following year, which was my second year, on my second year I did apply for House Committee. And I was in the House Committee of Morocco. That is 2018, my second year, because I came first year 2017. That's 2018. I was part of the House Committee, and I also applied. I also somehow ran. There was a voting for the SRC subcommittees, not SRC, just SRC. We used to have SRC and SRC subcommittee by then in SPU. So I also became victorious in being SRC subcommittee for sports. I think sports officer by that time of the SRC was Mr. Tambomilwa, who is also a former SRC president. He ran 2 terms. He was a sports officer, and he also became the SRC president. So I think I was more involved in many things, and from my second year I started also being involved in assisting people to apply. Like, it was not online by that time, it was physical, but when I go home I knew I had to go with application forms, and when I came back after recess I must submit those application form for those people, and I can say most of the people that I applied for, they did come to SPU, and that thing has been a continuous thing happening each and every year.
So like it must be nice, guys. It must be nice being an SRC. Like these guys know, like when you go to cafeteria, they just go in. Like, they don't even get in line. They just go in and grab the food. They're like, they're so influensive, bro. Those ladies, like, when they know, okay, the SRC are coming, okay. They're like, I want this meat. How did the power change you? Like, do you feel like it has changed you in any way?
No, I don't believe power has changed me or any. Let me speak for myself. I don't believe that power has changed me, but the one of skipping the queue, I think that one is an SPU culture. It's not the SRC. So I won't blame the SRC. I won't blame the SRC to say that. When SRC was on my first year, there were people who were not even in SRC skipping us on my first day. So when you are first day, you must just accept, okay, they are skipping queues. The next day it will be you skipping queues. So that you can do it. But if the culture is not SRC or any power, even
my host. He's alive. He takes some power now. He's really powerful. Okay.
No, I know some might take advantage, but it's not like that. Or when you're an SRC, you will skip line.
But you understand,
it's not allowed because I somehow like people will queue for a long time, and when you just come and you skip. It's
but
not
it's
like
understandable though, like we have a lot of work to do. So we're guessing like if you just get in and catching the line. So what we're thinking right now is that okay, this person has a meeting to go to and we don't give a fuck. So let's can I say okay, so we don't give a fuck. This person can
This thing is
so I feel like this person is very busy, so just
but somehow that one can't even maybe be an excuse for anyone to skip the queue, because everyone do have assessment to do and all of that. What I'm thinking that is that the system that SPU is using is somehow causing these queues, because I feel like they must try something different that is working. That's how maybe we won't even have queues. But also the system itself is not the only thing that is causing the queues.
Yeah.
Maybe also let me talk about the stools there in the kitchen and everything. Maybe sometimes they get broken, and then when you want maintenance, maybe it's not there, or it will take maybe more time to buy another one or to fix it.
Yeah.
So those are some of the things that are contributing to all these queues, because you will book, but again you will still be required to write on the paper or what.
Yeah.
So all these things are causing chaos. We just have to come with a different system, or a system that can be progressive. So if it is like that, then no one will start speaking because there won't be queues. Yeah.
Mr. Mosweu, I've heard you like saying and then what we like to partake in SRC. And then now let's see this step to the point.
Yeah.
You are a project officer in SP, like what is your role in that, like project officer?
Okay, yeah. My role as the SRC, or let me just say the role of the SRC project officer is that first thing first is that I am the coordinator of all the SRC project. That the first important point everyone must know is that I'm the coordinator of all SRC project. And as a project officer, you always have to be working related together with your to be working together with your SG, Secretary General, being that because he's the one who's going to receive, let me just say, programs from the members of the SRC. Anyone who's having a program or anything, they go, they gonna send their proposal or whatever to SG. SG is the one who will take it to the upper structure. So everything is going through the SG. And also as the project officer, I have to be informed of all the events that are happening in SRC. So I must be informed of every event that is happening. Not that everything is sent to me, just to be informed as the project officer. And then SRC Secretary General is the one who's doing the work of checking the proposal. If there is something to edit, we edit when we have, and then we send to the broader structure. And as an SRC member, that was the role. It's not all the roles. There are many roles of the SRC, but I was just stating two, so that everyone can know what are some of the roles of the SRC project officer. But speaking from a perspective of an SRC member, you don't have to limit yourself to your portfolio, because what I'm saying is that you can do things that are maybe not even under your portfolio. You can talk about many things of assisting students. So we know what is the duties or the roles of the SRC project officer, but you're not gonna limit yourself to the duties and responsibility of the SRC project officer. If you have to go to an extent, the extent whereby is more of assisting and benefiting the student or anyone for that matter, including the SRC itself. That's how it has to be.
Yeah, so like we have been on the ground. We have been on the ground whereby, like, this is a podcast and we engage ourselves with certain people.
Yeah.
So there is a rumor that is being spread that.
Just a quick one. Just a quick question. Before we get on there, that's like your own one. In which faculty are you, like, what are you studying for?
School of EMS. I'm doing BCom this year.
Okay,
That's
now
my second one.
you can continue to say. I just wanted to know the movie.
Okay.
Drop the bomb. Like,
There is a rumor that's been said that you guys as an SRC team, you are bringing a spring bash for us. I get it, I'm on the ground.
He's a project. So he must tell us.
YouTubers want to know.
No, my brother, what I can say is that it is possible. I will just say it is possible.
You're not answering the question. Okay. Then, if you say it is possible or saying like it's in the pipeline, like you guys are still touching about it. You guys are still looking at your budget and everything.
My brother, I know you are saying this because you want to get the answer you want to get. But let me just say, we are going to have this spring bash, my brother. We are going to have this spring bash. The problem that we are still having some problem, but that is a minor problem. I won't mention the problem, but that's just a minor problem which can be achieved. And I'm saying, yeah, it is possible. It's just a small problem that we still have to deal with, because I can say yes, and then, but that problem won't lead to us maybe not having. It's possible, and something is possible, my brother. Yeah.
So we have seen your statement in Facebook, whereby now you were expressing how you feel about like leaving SASCO organization, and then we won't mention where did you go, but we know.
I think we must. It's obvious.
Okay, going to EFFSC, leaving SASCO regarding to what you wrote, and we did read this podcast. What did you write there, and we understand it. What you wrote there, but what you wrote there is what you felt. Like now, we want to know like what was the main objective, like behind everything.
Okay, my brother, I was just trying to be straightforward and
But if you want to put it like in context whereby we don't offend anybody, it's still fine. But if you want to be just relevant about it, it's still fine.
No, I'm just going to state facts, but I'm not even in a mentality of objecting or rather making maybe someone uncomfortable. So what you are saying is the reason, because you have seen the post and what I've stated, what the reason I left and went to, So what I will say, my brother, is that I don't have problem with the organization. The organization itself, even its the constitution itself. I know the constitution of SASCO, as I know myself. So I'm not against the constitution of SASCO or anything, their vision or values or what. No, I'm not against their things. The only problem I'm having, or the only problem that I had for a long time, it has been for a long time, is let me just be honest, having people or influencers, let me just say external people within the organization who somehow come to the organization, maybe with their mandated, I don't know what, but come with their things, and then want to impose those things on the organization itself. Yes, we know SASCO, ANC is the mother body, and all the PYA, they are working hand in hand to achieve a common ground. Yeah, they are good with their vision and mission, but I will speak specifically with people. I think the organization is not the problem, but the problem is people. And when I'm talking people, I'm not talking about comrade within the organization itself. Organization itself, there's nothing problem with the organization. We are having problem with external members trying to do things which are against maybe the constitution of the organization itself. So yeah, everywhere, my brother, EFFSC does. So all the organization, I think we sometimes just blame the organization without stating the fact that no, we are having a problem with certain people. And also the reason for me to leave is when people act out of the scope or out of the constitution of the organization, and then they are not held accountable or disciplined. It shows that maybe it's a certain culture or what. So I'm not attacking anyone else, but I'm just stating fact as to some of the things that somehow let myself say, oh, okay, no, if we are going to run like this, because this thing is a two-way situation. If I support you, you have to support me. It must not be single-handed or what. So I think those, to be specific, I don't have a problem with anyone. They are still my friends and brothers. But I've been here in SPU, my brother, for a long time. So I'm speaking about an experience. I'm not speaking about maybe a last year thing or this year things or what. I'm talking about the years I've been here and I've been seeing how things are ran. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I don't have beef with anyone.
Because now my ear was on the ground and I heard rumors that the reason why you left SASCO is because you didn't have emotional support from cadres. So you left SASCO because you didn't get emotional support. You got it from, I don't know what to say his name or what. But should I just say?
Yeah,
It's just a member of EFFSC that you got emotional support from X. Then. So the reason you left SASCO was because you didn't get emotional support. Is that true?
It's because I didn't get emotional support from what SASCO.
Yes.
No, I won't say that. They are saying maybe the reason I left SASCO is
No, it's not them. It's just some rumors I got on the ground. Yes.
I don't know. I didn't get emotional support based on what you see. Hence, it is somehow difficult to answer the question, because if they're talking about emotional support, they have to somehow tell me I did not get emotional support from what and what. Hence, maybe I left. But if they are just stating I did not get emotional support,
but do you feel that
somehow
do you feel that you were supported emotionally, physically, and everything? Were you supported by SASCO members?
I was supported by SASCO members. Hence, I've rephrased that the problem is not SASCO.
It's not the community
members. Yeah, I did get support from the community.
It is the people that go against the constitution.
No, I did get support from every SASCO member and everyone. But there's
Like you did mention on Facebook that like you experienced depression or like depression, guys, is no small thing. And I'm glad that like when I read that thing down there, you said you then finally found peace. Like, what do you have to say about that to our viewers out there? Like, being a student just creates depression. You don't know where the depression comes from, but just being a student, you have that depression and anxiety on you. So, is there anything that you want to say to them? I mean, like, when finally you got a peaceful mindset, like you got now you just concentrated on a goal, and like, what did you do there, and what message do you have for them?
Okay. First thing first, I will just say for like I've been somehow strong. To be honest, I've been somehow strong with some of the things that have been plotted maybe against me or anything. Because as a leader, you must expect many things. You are going to meet different people. Those who will treat you good, those who will treat you bad, those who will treat you any other way. So when I said, I've been through all those of the depression and what, all of those stuff, because I believe that, let me speak specifically. I think the question that you have been raising, I might maybe somehow try to correct it, which will also answer your question at the same time. Many people, or let me just, those people, there are people who are maybe thinking, I somehow left SASCO because of what transpired in the SRC election. I don't know, you were not there, ne? Or is
No, it's my first time. I feel that, again, for me, before you answer the question, I feel that the reason you left SASCO, there are lots of rumors. So I want you to clearly hear. The reason you left SASCO is because of like EFF, they told you that if you leave SASCO before the end of your term,
Yeah.
we will elect you on our BGM to become and vote to go and run again. As a result of when they elected their BGM, they betrayed you to a point whereby they did not even elect you. So there were rumors again going around that you even consider going back to this house.
You know, there are even rumors that we went to Pitori when you came back. You were promised something by so-called mafia that you will have some changes.
No, my brother. I never talked with mafia, but let me just try to answer your question. I also hate when you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to answer everything so that I don't skip this and this, so that everyone is satisfied.
Yeah.
So the first rumors that people were saying was like, I did not get presidency because I wanted presidency last year.
Yeah.
And the other certain members voted with EFFSC. Then I lost. I felt betrayed.
Yeah.
Yes, I did feel betrayed, but that's not the reason I left SASCO, because it is not wrong. Even you, when you run for SRC, my brother, can say, well, I'm interested in presidency. It is it's your choice or what you can say that even if it can be 10 or 20 people interested in presidency. Yes, I was interested in presidency because, like, I believed from the organization itself. By that time I was a chairperson of the organization, and I had our BEC members. Those who know me, they will tell you what the kind of person or what I was, or the leader I was. Most will tell you. So that was one of the rumors. Hence, I said I wanted to link it with what you said, because it's more related. What you were asking me about emotional support, it's more related to this, because now they think, okay, I was emotional maybe after, what is that thing? After what transpired there. I was not emotional. I was only angry about the organization not holding certain people accountable for doing what is outside the constitution, unless it is there in the constitution of SASCO saying that you can vote with opposition when you get to SRC. They only do it when it benefit themselves. I'm just saying that it's not everyone, but like I've mentioned, saying they are external members. The problem doesn't come from the organization itself, but the organization. I think the problem comes from certain members and who are not even held accountable. My brother, I'm a person who follow constitution, and I want to do everything in order. If I see this thing is unconstitutional or it's not constitutional, I will question it, and I won't even think of what maybe this person will be made with me or not. No, I'm not thinking of that. I'm just stating fact. I'm talking about what is right. So I cannot do what is wrong just to satisfy your feelings or whatever. I have to do things according to how they are done, because when you read your things, your constitution or your guidelines everywhere, even maybe your let's talk about your podcast. You also have rules and regulations. My brother came late. He has to be on time next time. That's what we talk about. So that's how people, or rather certain people, thought, maybe I left because of that. Yes, as the leadership, SRC itself is not the SRC of EFFSC. It's not SRC of SASCO. It's not the SRC of DASO or anyone. It's the SRC of the student. Hence, it is called Student Representative Council. But then you are being sent to SRC by your masses, believing in you that you will champion the issues that they are facing as the student, because this comrade from your organization are student after all. So you have to advocate for them. If you advocate for the student, you are also achieving the goals of the organization, because all they want is more of championing the student grievances and all that. I'm sorry, my brother, you can remind me again of what you were saying.
What I say is that these people that are going around being journalists and whatever, you don't know what paparazzi, you don't know them. They say you left SASCO reason because of like EFF, they promised you that they will elect you again
Yeah.
to become the member of SRC.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I no, that's not true. But I just wanted the full question of yours. I also heard you talking about mafia.
Nah, it's me.
Yes.
Oh, it was
Yes.
oh.
That you went to Tori, then you met with mafia.
I mean,
We promised you some things there.
no, okay. No, your answer is no, my brother. Maybe I don't know if you want to
Not like you, for me,
to elaborate the one.
you don't have to elaborate because of
Okay.
like it was supposed to be like answered in a short way.
Okay.
So you can go to mafia.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That question is no. I was not influenced or encouraged by. Actually, you are saying
Like they promised you
I was promised something.
something or if
If you go there, we'll do yeah.
Yes.
You left me and then I ran.
Yes, you.
No, that,
this is
yeah.
castle land. You are broke here.
Come and
Yes, you. Are you coming or not coming?
No, no, I get to thank you for giving that example, my brother. No, I was not promised anything. I was never promised anything. With regard to mafia, I was aware that mafia met with the EFFSC members who were there, the likes of X, Dicano, I forgot the other one, but X and Dicano Lesh, they call him Lesh. They were the ones who were with mafia, and no, they can attest I was never there. No, it's not only them, there were other people who we went to the conference with, I was sitting with them. Those people, they met mafia outside the place we were in. We were in the UP residences, I think it was UP residences. We were inside the residences. Those guys went out and met mafia.
Yeah.
So I have never engaged mafia. Like I don't even think of a mafia knows me. So I don't know what those people are saying because now.
Okay, thank you for clearing.
How many minutes do we have there?
It's 46, but I can continue.
Okay, like coming into closing, Mr. Mosweu.
Yes, my brother.
You know, like sometimes, Chris, when we try to live where we are not satisfied, people they start to paint us as bad people. Or, hey, he did this.
Dissatisfaction brings other rumors also.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or hey, why did he leave? Because of like SASCO and EFF, they are enemies. So like now,
They're not enemies.
not like you know I'm saying they are enemies. You know, like coming into politics, especially university politics, I taught myself, like I learned one thing from them. These comrades, when there is a problem, they can engage, they can work together. But when there is no a problem, comrade is like, this I'm better than you. You're not better than me. You understand? But at the end of the day, they forgot. They came here for one day to achieve their goals and go. They are not there to live with a certificate of a comrade. You understand? That's the only mistake they do. And then I hate the comrades that, especially in university, not politics as a whole, university politics, I hate whereby comrades they think, some of them they are like more intelligent than others. Remember, we may be leaders too. All three of us, we may be born to be leaders. But our capabilities and our political ideologies may be different. But at the end of the day, they want to do what they want to do the same way. So, comrades, let us stop this thing of disrespecting one another's political ideology. If we want to win, if one wants to win, we must support that person, then we can all win at the end of the day. Because like the management is giving all of us a problem here, not comrades, all of us. So comrades, we come together, we find a problem, we forget, hey, you wear your EFF t-shirt, you wear your SASCO, you wear your you wear your independent, you don't care. Wear them, go around campus, but never learn to talk better about another comrade. Because of like, you might not know where I'm going, when are you going to need them? So, and I want the upcoming SRC to be more different. Like they must be like siblings. play together, be together.
What do you think about the upcoming SRC?
Ask women up.
Before you come up, you touched on political ideologies. So, Mr. Mosweu, what is your political, which political ideology are you aligned with?
Okay, myself, my brother, I know many people will tell you a leader is someone who create followers or do what. I hate that definition. You can even get it at Google, but I hate that definition. Myself, I'm a person of believing that a leader, or rather, let me just state, a great leader is someone who create more leaders. Myself, I don't believe in followers, and like I've said, I know there are some, I won't say many, but I know there are some of people who are running for SRC this year who I have somehow assisted when they came. I shared my knowledge and everything that I had as to them on being involved and engaged in the programs of the university. So I do agree with what my brother is saying here. We have to decide as to, okay, we put our differences aside because we are having the same mandate here. Because unless we are running for different things, obviously manifestos and everything will be different stories. You will hear this one say this, hear this one say this, but we are in the same objective of fighting for the grievances of the student. And it's not always fighting for the grievances of the student, also contributing and assisting somehow to grow the university itself, because we are here as the SRC, we are the middleman between the university management and the student. So I'm of a belief that it is very important not to judge anyone or say this person cannot lead, or this person is not better than me. I hate that mentality of I'm not better than you. But also what we love is that even if I'm not better than you, you have to say that phrase when someone is somehow doing something. Because you won't come and say, oh, you are not better than me, but you are doing nothing and the student will don't know you. You see, it's difficult. It's difficult, yes. I understand. It's difficult, but as for this year's SRC, my brother, I don't know, but we'll see what transpires.
Oh, so you're not running? You're not running for SRC?
No, I'm running. I'm definitely running, my brother. Yes, you can run twice.
Oh, you're running independently?
Yeah, I'm running independent, my brother.
You have touched more into politics, your political life, and I just want to ask you this question. Next year, are you planning to go job hunting, or are you further on your studies?
No, you cannot go for a job or other job hunting while you are in SRC. So if you are in SRC, it means you are coming next year. So I'm coming next year, and it will be my third qualification. I have already graduated for diploma in RBM. I'm busy with BCom. That's my final year. I'm specializing in financial management and accounting. And then next year I'm coming to study.
Let's get educated.
So, like, we have touched with many things. I think Mr. Oarabile is more communicative, and he even took us to a point where we were not supposed to go, but he took us to those angles, and then we do appreciate it. And then I think now we are out of here. Because of I think we are done.
It feels like if we are alone. And I still have some questions, Mara.
You still have him around the area, it's not running anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, this is opening on episode 7, and then I'm with my co-host Chris, featuring the one and only our police officer. Mosweu. I'm having. I'm saying. Well, just ask his man. You must see this guy. guy.
If you see the tall guy, dark,
Beard.
skin, with beard, you know,
You see?
and some says,
I'm having the one and only ghost. We are out of there.
I always